What's up? This is Sean from Yellowcard, and you're checking us out on rockforevermagazine.com.
Hey guys, it's Tori from Rock Forever Magazine, and I am here right now with Sean from Yellowcard. How are you doing today?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Very good. You guys are in your home state of Florida, so how have you been enjoying your stay here today?
It's very brief.
Yeah.
And it's always stressful, like the hometown Yellowcard show. Well, we're not in Jacksonville, but sort of the Florida Yellowcard shows.
Yeah.
We come in and it's family and lunch and sound check and interviews and friends and family and show and so it gets a little hectic, but it's all for the love, and it's special to be back in Florida, and
Absolutely.
We're really excited for the show tonight.
I'm sure side stage is going to be packed tonight, and everywhere is just going to be packed with your family, so it's really nice. It's cool.
For us, like, we do everything sort of, our stage is really quiet and direct, and we have in-ears or headphones, whatever you want to call them. So we put, at the House of Blues, we put all of our family in the loge.
Oh,
so we're always like,
smart.
hi, Mom, like, thanks for making me play a violin. And it's really a sweet moment. So we'll have Ryan's family, and then my family, and LP's family. So
that's
it'll
so
be fun.
cool. You got like cheerleaders in the front right there.
Yeah,
That's
it's
awesome.
it's special. It's, 10-year anniversary Yellowcard show,
Exactly.
and family and friends and stuff. It's good.
So first we're going to start with a few quick finish the sentence for fun.
Yep.
So the first concert you ever went to was?
Face to Face, supporting the Big Choice album, one of my favorite bands of all time. I love them.
How was that being your first concert? Was it like a good experience, or was it a little embarrassing? Like, what was it like for you?
No, it was incredible. Like, I was 16, my mom never let me go to shows, and classical violin player, and front row, just Matt Riddle, foot up on the monitor, ripping bass, singing. I was like, this guy is amazing.
So it's cool. Two worlds collide. You got your classical violin, but in a rock band. So that worked out.
It was so much fun. I love it.
And now one thing fans might not know about you is like a fun fact, secret talent.
I'm very athletic. I play a lot of basketball, a lot of golf on tour, and I'm stupidly competitive. Like, it's pretty ridiculous.
That's cool though.
And whenever we play football, I end up throwing the ball. I have pretty good arms, so.
So is that what you do if you have a day off or anything like that? Are you playing sports, or what are you up to?
Yeah, we had a day off 2 days ago in Myrtle Beach. I played 18 holes. Right next to the House of Blues in South Carolina is a barefoot resort.
Oh, well,
and
that's convenient.
They're like, come over, and then I played the morning before the show, and so it's pretty good. I shot 82, 77, and I'm a little rusty, but it's pretty good.
See, I don't know what that means at all, because I don't know anything about sports, but I'm going to assume that's good, because you're mentioning it.
It's not bad.
Okay.
It's not bad.
And now if you could take over anybody's Twitter for a day, it would be?
Aaron Rodgers.
Okay.
He's just like such an amazing athlete right now, and he keeps it pretty clean, and I know that he likes similar music. Like, I've heard him talk about Amberlin, who are friends of ours from Florida. So he has a much bigger outreach than I do. So I would probably take over Aaron Rodgers and then tell all his people to follow Mackin YC on Twitter.
I sense a little shout out that everybody watching should follow too. Sneaky. I see what you did there. Now let's finish the sentence. The highlight of your career so far was when?
The highlight of my career is every night. Really.
Aww.
We play a song called Believe. We're gonna play it tonight, obviously off Ocean Avenue, and that's like just a moment when the first chorus we usually invite the audience to sing for us, and it's just like, it's so sweet. Like, we have such a great career, and I play music every day, and I'm gonna get to travel the world. So that's the greatest moment of my career, every night.
Yes, I guess it couldn't be better.
It's pretty awesome.
Yes, and now speaking of Ocean Avenue, for the 10-year anniversary of the album's release, you guys put out the Ocean Avenue Acoustic album. So, I mean, there are a lot of ways you could go about celebrating the 10-year anniversary of an album. So why did you guys choose to revisit these songs and do them acoustically?
Well, I think it started as a project to sort of say thank you to our fans that have been supporting us, and we're kind of at the tail end of the genre bands similar to that we've toured with and Warped Tour and whatnot, and so we wanted to do something a little different. We know, like, Taking Back Sunday and New Found Glory, they've already sort of done anniversary tours, and we did a acoustic tour in 2008, and a lot of our fans that have been supporting us are like, when are you going to do another acoustic tour? And we've been touring the last couple of years. We put out some records on Hopeless Records, and so we just wanted to do something a little different. So we're actually doing a double set. We do Ocean Avenue top to bottom acoustic, and it gives a really nice intimate vibe in the audience. You can just hear them singing the whole time, and then we come out for a full rock finale.
Yes. It's so cool that you guys are doing kind of half and half, so it works out.
It's pretty ridiculous. Like 23 songs, 2 hours. I mean, you can hear the fatigue in my voice, but it's totally worth it. We're, taking really good care of ourselves, and no drinking and no smoking and no trouble, or just being good little choir boys. just all for the show.
Well, you're staying focused on the concert and making it awesome, so that's what matters.
We're trying.
Yes, and I heard in another interview that you guys spent 2 months doing Ocean Avenue Acoustic, working on it. And that, I don't know much about the recording process, but that seems like quite a while just for an acoustic album. So what was the recording process like for that?
Well, I think the idea was we didn't want to do just a quick acoustic album. We wanted to do a full studio work and have it, instead of be like a bedroom project, we wanted to offer sort of something new for our fans that have been living with these songs. So we reimagined about 40% of the record, and we had tackled it just like any other record, like Lights and Sounds or Paper Walls or Southern Air or whatever Yellowcard record you think of when you think Yellowcard. We wanted the same thing. We wanted to really focus on the drums and build every part of the song as special and as sort of make it not like a cheapened version of the original. So we wanted it to be something that our fans would be able to hang on to. And we have so many wonderful people that support Yellowcard over 10 years or 14 years or 3 years, however the duration has been. So we wanted to make sure that every one of our supporters knew like that we did something and we worked really hard, and the sort of the response has been wonderful. So I don't know, like we're happy.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I've listened to a lot of acoustic versions of albums, and I feel like a lot of the time they can be really dull. So it's cool that you guys had a vision with it. But throughout the recording process, did your vision of the album change from start to finish, or did you have any, spectacular ideas that formed in the making?
I think most of it, Ryan's our leader, so we kind of follow his lead, and just like any project, and that's how we knew it was kind of like a full Yellowcard project. We were like, maybe we should do this, and he's like, no. And there's always going to be a clash of ideas in a creative environment, and I knew immediately, like, oh man, this is just another Yellowcard record. Like just a little bit of creative differences, but Ryan did a great job. He's a great narrator for our band, and came up. We played a song called 1 Year 6 Months. It's on the back half of the record, already acoustic. And I remember reading on Twitter, how are you going to do an acoustic song more acoustic? And so Ryan's like, no, we had this guy CJ, and he's such an accomplished pianist, and he's played on TV shows and movies and whatever, and he arranged the song on piano, and it was beautiful. So if you haven't heard it yet, check it out.
Yes, you should.
Please.
And now Ocean Avenue originally came out 10 years ago, like we said, 2003. And a lot can happen in 10 years, and you guys are evolving as musicians. So now looking back on the original Ocean Avenue album, how are you feeling about it? Has your perspective of any of the songs changed at all?
I think that perspective is always going to change, and right now we're playing top to bottom, and some of these songs we only played on one tour, and we haven't played them in 9 years or whatever. I think it's more just as a whole, just exciting, and to see the amount of appreciation, and every fan encounter, you hear about how each moment or each lyric or different songs affect different people, and so that's really special, and it's not like it's changed or gotten better or worse. It just feels more special.
And now, a year ago, you released Southern Air, aside from Ocean Avenue Acoustic. That's your most recent album. So what song on that album is the most meaningful to you, and why?
What song on Southern Air is the most meaningful? I really like a song called The Surface of the Sun. It's one of our collaborative efforts, and we sat down as we were trying to finish up the record. Ryan's like, okay, show me what you got. And I'm just like, I have this little thing, and just put it together. And we put the song together in less than an hour, and I think lyrically, again, the way that he narrates for our band is really that we're still fighting for something, and that we're just trying to show people how special being a musician is, and how much the support means to us, and that we're not going to give up, and we're scratching and clawing just like every other starving artist out there, and hopes that we get to fulfill our lifelong dream of having longevity in the music business.
Sounds like quite the mission statement there.
I think so.
And now we have a fan question here from Alyssa. She wants to know, was there a particular turning point in your life when you realized you wanted to pursue a career in a band?
I actually never wanted to be a musician. Like, I always thought I was going to be a violin teacher. Like, I'm obviously not a prodigy, you know, like I make way too many mistakes to be the prodigal violinist. But I think that post high school, middle of college, and, you know, we were just talking about the guys, and we kind of got a record deal out of it on our first independent record label, and it was kind of, you know, it's always a pretty bad deal, your first deal. You're like, oh my, you know, you're more wrapped up in the excitement than the fact that someone's really going to take advantage of you. But we were just like, man, let's just give it a shot, you know. And it, I mean, it's taken on different forms, but I think looking back, like now, how amazing it's been, and whether it's Japan or China or Australia or Germany or Brazil or any one of these amazing countries that welcome us, like, I don't think you can imagine that, you know what I mean? It's so incredible. Like, I never even thought it would be like this, especially as a violinist, you know. So, you know, there's not a particular moment. I think it's just every Yellowcard tour, every Yellowcard show is more special than the one before.
And you were talking about originally wanting to be a violin teacher, and I've noticed recently a lot of band members have started doing like lessons for their fans. Have you ever thought about doing something like that?
Yeah, I mean, there's a great organization called Band Happy, and I did lessons last summer on Warped Tour, and I found a lot of people were beginners, and such a brief amount of time, with 30 minutes or an hour, and you just kind of teach them more the philosophy or the beginning, but it's such a short amount of time, and so it's a fantastic program. I've actually worked with my violin sponsor. They're called Eastman Strings, and they have instruments like throughout the whole symphonic orchestra, whether it's violin, cello, or upright bass, tuba. Like, they have beginner through college instruments, and I didn't realize like how big their scope is, but they have this project where when I'm home, that I get to go to like area schools and sort of teach a master class and stuff like that. So I love doing things like that, and so I wish I had more time to do that. You know what I mean? It's like there's only so many hours in a day, but I know Longinu does Band Happy lessons still on the road, and you know, we still try and do stuff like that. Music education is very important. Yeah,
absolutely. And you guys are currently on the Ocean Avenue Acoustic Tour right now, here in Florida, enjoying it. But what has been your most memorable moment from the whole tour so far?
I think there were really a couple of moments that really stood out. Right now, and we'll talk about it tonight on the stage, but right now for fans, there's so many wonderful musicians touring and traveling. The Paramore tour, and there's the Blink tour, and, you know, All Time Low's out with Pierce the Veil and A Day to Remember, like
Yellowcard
so
tour.
Many, and then the Yellowcard, like Ocean Avenue tour, and we were played actually in Boston, and Fall Out Boy was just down the street, and Gaslight Anthem at the same night, all in the same like 1 mile radius, and there was almost 2,000 people there, and it was such a special night, and to see so many fans come out and support us on an anniversary tour. And, you know, we're obviously playing well beyond, you know, the normal Yellowcard set, and so that was really special. And then just a couple of days before September 11th, playing in New York City, and you know, just hearing everyone sing, you know, Believe with us, and we wrote that song to sort of commemorate the heroes that gave the ultimate sacrifice for, you know, one of our nation's biggest tragedies, and to be, you know, in New York City and just days from September 11th. So both special moments we'll probably never forget.
Yes, and hopefully more special moments to come on this tour.
I keep using that word, I'm sorry, but it's been so great. So.
And what are your plans for after this tour? What do you guys have coming up that fans can look forward to?
So we're taking Ocean Avenue on the road. We're at multiple continents, Australia, and then Europe and England, also with the Vans Warped Tour, and then probably off for the holidays because we've been going pretty strong. And once we decompress, we always kind of start writing new music. So hopefully new Yellowcard music on the horizon. But tour, that's kind of has always been our mantra.
So when do you think perhaps we can expect this new music? Because now you got me curious because you mentioned it.
I have no idea. I honestly don't. It's just we'll get past the holidays. It's always nice to. We've been sort of touring really hard, and at the end of the year we'll mark just about 2 years working with for Southern Air, and it's a really nice sort of period or exclamation point after the Ocean Avenue tour. So after Christmas and the New Year, we'll see. But
Alright.
we always write a lot of new music, so you'll get some new Yellowcard songs soon.
All right, looking forward to that. And
Thank
anybody
you.
who wants to follow you guys on Twitter and Facebook and find your music online, where can they go?
Yellowcardrock.com. Really, I am the best person to follow on Twitter, but
Obviously.
but you can follow us on Twitter at Yellowcardrock, and also Instagram Yellowcardrock.
Yes, and your Twitter is again?
S Mackin YC.
Much emphasis on that. Go follow him. Yes. And well, thank you so much for hanging out.
Thanks
It
for
was
your
great
time.
talking to you.
Thank you very much.
And everybody watching, make sure you check out Yellowcard Ocean Avenue Acoustic. You can get that on iTunes right now. And while you're at it, subscribe to our channel for more interviews. And I'll see you next time. Bye.